fellow Earthlings. This is Dave, and another thing with Dave. In this episode, we're going to continue our conversation with the collective. Thanks for tuning in.
The nice thing about it is, I wanted to say last year, is we've seen a lot of years condensed into that whole 12 months. That's something.
Oh, fuck.
It was like so many years concentrated into one fucking year. Did you get
I don't know about you. I aged 5 years. I don't know about you, bro.
Yeah, I said about 5 years. I said, this is like 5 years in 1 year. Damn.
Right?
The change of emotion and everything that's going on and uncertainty. If you hadn't have any kind of, history or any kind of background experience in life, last year it would have been a beast.
Yeah. And just that tightness in your gut that whole time, it just never went away, right?
No. Yeah, that was something else.
What? We were in the dude is so fucking crazy, the chump, that anything was possible at any time, right? Like, oh, we might go to war with North Korea. Oh, shit, we might go to war with China. Oh, fuck, maybe we're facing off with Russia. Oh, shit. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Slow your roll.
One person just wanted to keep his word. And I said, you know what? He stepped into leadership because he said he wasn't a politician. And he didn't feel like so many others with any other good candidates. But I said, people, you got a businessman, and are you prepared for what comes with that? Because any one of us could step in there, but it's we the people. When we turn our backs on anything that's going on that's necessary for us to be on this planet, we have to be accountable for it.
That's it. And a businessman is one thing, but dude, this guy was a corrupt businessman that had filed bankruptcy 6 times.
Brought out by China, Chinese. Has anything to do with the Chinese at all?
I don't
going
think.
back to that soil health, I think it's incredibly important that we remember, what we are. Like at a physical level, we are made out of the earth, out of the dirt. The water, that comes from the oceans, the air that we breathe is from the wind, and the earth contains all those minerals and those vitamins. And we need to know that if we're made of that which the earth supplies, then if we're getting bad quality foods, from soils that have been deprived of those things, or waters that have been deprived of those minerals, clean air, then we're going to get sick. And that's what we're seeing, in our population nowadays. People are just getting sick and they try to eat healthy, but the soil is depleted. It's no good. And we need to get it back to health.
One with the earth, you are so right. Not only that, but imagine there's people that just eat like fast food and processed food, so they're not even actually eating what is known as like quote unquote food, right? It's like man-made shit. So I couldn't agree with you more. It's all about the microorganisms in the soil. The thing that freaked me out, okay, there's a documentary called Dirt. It's fantastic. Everybody needs to see it and share it with everybody they know because it's the most important movie ever. And what it points out is that on average, the Earth only has 4 inches of topsoil. And that's what's keeping us alive. On average, right? It's got a lot more in some places, and some places it doesn't have any, right? But on average, 4 inches. That's fucking nothing. So as soon as I saw this documentary, I started building topsoil in the backyard of my condominium. And I didn't own the condominium. I got evicted. So I was just doing it because I wanted to create topsoil for the planet, not for me. Right?
And what you're sharing with me I saw in a documentary where they were talking about how they were going to do. Um, it's not like you till the land and have the high hills. They were going to do close to the ground, particularly because of what you just shared. Instead of developing ways, instead of tilling the land, they're developing ways to till it, to cut through the land so that it's just enough for the seed so that it doesn't get drowned in something else, but to address the idea of what you just shared. In other words, what is available to plant it because of what's going on with the soil. I seen that yesterday in this documentary, coincidentally, that we're having this conversation. I said, that is fascinating because we don't think about it. All the years we did farming upstate New York, we get it high, our okra or potatoes or whatever we're growing. There's nothing to go out there with the discer and just kind of, comb the ground and then have to deal with
it the way it was, right?
Yeah, exactly. Have to go back and, break that ground up again and get it right, do tests on it and stuff and see what the soil was doing for planting.
That's what we thought anyway, right?
That's more efficient to actually keep it lower, and you can pretty much net the same result with what we know now. So
yeah, now we're learning. Now we're learning the less you disturb the soil, the better.
Exactly. The more exactly, because that's a lot of that stuff you can leave right there. It'll replenish the earth, replenish the soil.
All those
it's a great place to be in. Man. Boy, it costs a lot of money.
You just do a hardcore till on it, you expose all those microorganisms, and then they bake in the sun and die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very interesting. And I guess the important part here is, how to, like you said, share that information and try to get people to come into consciousness of how important this is, because unless people really can get to that level of consciousness, they're not going to change. They just continue to live their lives and do the same things that they're programmed to do. And I think that you can bridge that by providing the right information, kind of building a compassionate state of mind where you can show examples to people and make them see the human race almost like a cancer, like a virus inside of a body, the body being the planet, and how we behave like a cancer. We're just growing and exploiting it and taking all of its resources until we kill it. And if we can kind of just get to that mindset, and people gain compassion now for the planet, because they feel the pain of the planet as a being that's alive because it is, then they can start making those choices and say, I don't want to hurt the planet because when I hurt it, I hurt myself and everyone in it. And it's kind of just starting with that and just changing that consciousness level that's really going to motivate action.
I think because we're catching this at this level here, guys, and we have different capacities that we're living in, I'm sure, we're getting ready to see something that is going to help the generations to come. Especially, particularly because there's a lot of people that are moving around, but they have time to be able to catch stuff like this. We got someone in the kitchen, they got to go for a radish or something that's not available, or they got to pay $10 billion for. You're going to say, wait a minute here now. We got to be able to do something here. They'll be conscious of what they're getting and wanting to know at least. I think they'll become more mindful of wanting to know what's going on, and when they can talk to a group of us, because that's us here today, but this can spill out potentially to hundreds of thousands of people. I think it'll start to change some things. This is exciting times to live in. It really is.
I agree, and I think one thing that's important is that it doesn't matter. One with the earth. I wanted to respond. I love that name. One with the earth. So am I, brother. So am I. Nature is my church. Nature gives us everything. It created us. So why would you not love nature? Anyway, I wanted to get back to give back to what we take, kind of like talking on what you mentioned. Like we take and we take and we take from this planet, but watching that documentary, Dirt, really made me think like, well, fuck, what am I giving back? So I started composting, not because I was even going to do anything, just because I was like, fuck, I don't want to put it in the garbage. So all my coffee grounds, eggshells, and all my green waste would go, I would just bury it in the backyard. All of a sudden, I had the most amazing soil before you know it.
Yep, I was looking at my lawn.
Then I'm like,
this is awesome.
Then I'm like, maybe I'll plant some shit. So I did. It started doing good. So then I went the next step, right? And then I went kind of crazy with it. But my point is that anybody can do this, right? Anybody, instead of throwing your eggshells, your coffee grounds, and your salad clippings in the garbage, you could just take them out in your yard, dig one shovel deep, and dump them there, and then just dump that soil back over them. Done. That simple. Doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a compost bin, you don't have to worry about rats. And if you bury it like I'm saying, the rats don't come. I did it. There's no rats, there's no raccoon, nothing. It's all good. You're feeding worms.
They would go out and leave it on the ground. Years ago when I used to see it in North Carolina, I said, this is why the pests were coming in. But the pests are sharing the planet like we are. So they're looking for something that they can readily get their hands on. We're going to see more of them. And then they're going to create families who, pose another challenge. But we shouldn't just smash them out and say, you know what, them damn pests, or I'm not going to plant or whatever. We got to think about what we're doing. Stuff is
no, and things that we call pests and weeds. Well, we got to check ourselves, right? Because if God put that on earth, that's here for a reason. And a possum eats a rat. So a possum might not look like the prettiest thing, but you don't want to chase it into your yard because they eat rats and mice.
It is. And interestingly enough, when they left the land and went into the ocean, it said the same system was in place. How it would replenish itself. And I said, wow. Like one point, the guy was talking about the Dead Sea or the Black Sea or something like that. I think it was the Black Sea.
Oh, man. Don't even get me started on Kamala. I lived in San Francisco for 20 years, and we spell Kamala with a capital C. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. Do the Hummer.
Who did he use the CEO of Monsanto for the Department of Agriculture or something like that? So everything is going to hell there.
One with the earth. You got it. Yep. That's what incremental centrism gets us, right? Like no change. So he fucking puts this guy in charge of the Department of Agriculture. Don't know if you were aware of this, Mr. Collective. But they're calling the guy Mr. Monsanto, the guy he put in charge. So awesome.
Mr.
Oh yeah.
He took the throat elevator down to that epiglottis.
Oh, big time. Oh, it's history. You could Google it. Google it.
Google that thing. Oh my God. Man.
You can Google it, dude.
Truffle hunting on that thing.
Let's talk about the earth and how we can save it and ourselves in the process. Because people talk about save the earth. The earth is going to be fine. It's us that'll be fucked. Okay?
Can you imagine? Man, with a bone, with a dinosaur bone.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Dinosaurs, yeah. They own this shit. So we don't get shaken off like a flea, because otherwise, you're right. It's going to be like that Etch-a-Sketch. The Earth's just going to be like, do-over, chick, chick, chick.
And then maybe Captain Planet will come and save the day.
Yeah. And
Captain Planet.
maybe 10 humans will survive in a cave somewhere, but if not, humanity's fucking gone, erased. That simple. That easily. Like one meteor could do it.
and it all would be a planet of roaches.
Yeah, right.
They say the roaches have been around for millions of years.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, man.
So you heard this? Have you heard the theory that a cockroach will be the only thing to survive a nuclear holocaust?
Guess what I've heard, brother? I heard
So
it.
I put a cockroach in a microwave for 5 minutes. That motherfucker ran out of there like Superman, like it got energy from it. I'm not even joking, dude.
I got one in my office, my shop. That sounds like a must do. You know, I have to take one for the one of my lives off there, God. I want to try that out.
One for the team.
That's it. Really, real story, huh?
Swear to fucking God, dude. I swear to fucking God. Absolutely true story. I could not, and it was me and 2 friends. And I caught this cockroach in my kitchen, and I threw it in the microwave, and like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, watch this. Let's see if it's, let's see if it's true. You know? And I put it in there for 5 fucking minutes. Thing did not explode. An egg lasts about a minute.
Wonder what it is.
Man, you guys and me.
No idea.
You gotta look at that cockroach. It's not to gag. You could kill those things.
Oh, I can't stand them, Juanito. They're the most disgusting creatures on earth as far as the cockroaches, fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes. Like, ugh. Those are the worst.
A food source for somebody.
Well, fuck, I'd eat one. You're hungry enough. You eat that
in
shit.
Miami, we're doing the chocolate covered roaches, man. He crunched them up.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, when they had the glitter shirts, you know, you used iron on. He had a iron on t-shirt company.
Oh,
and he used to chocolate covered roaches. He goes, watch this.
Oh,
I said, watch him. He could eat it. And he got the chocolate out, man, and warmed that damn thing on the stove. And so they dipped the roach in there. Them things were big. They crunched down on it. I said, you know what? It might be a thing.
Chewy in her center.
1 minute is not long enough. I'll have to go on a live with you. You're funny and ridiculous. I'm going to bed though, so good night, fellas.
Yeah, good night, man.
Hey, thanks, Juanito. Thanks for checking
now
in,
you're
man.
fucking cockroaches.
You fucking car. I'm a fucking cockroach. You fuck me. Fuck you, you fucking cockroach. Well, that sounds like a crackhead.
Who was it?
Take it out.
We don't die, we multiply. You know?
Hey, I think a crackhead just ran my by window.
Oh, shoot. Can you imagine?
Oh,
that damn cockroach comes out, he slams the door open, you know, you're like, damn. That all you got?
Dude.